This is my probably very loud response to Steve Benway's last Friday talkie, which happened to be a Friday walkie. And mine was going to be a Friday walkie, but the following Saturday I was busy running kids back and forth to various functions. And then Sunday, here in the Midwest, we had really bad thunderstorms, a lot of tornadoes. Fortunately, where I live, we didn't get any tornadoes, but we did get very high winds and a lot of rain. So it's a Friday drivey on Tuesday. And I apologize, it's going to be very loud because I'm driving for work and, well, my car suspension is just about shot. Now, his question on the Friday walkie was, how does your significant other, or significant others, if you have others you want to talk about, how do they feel about your gaming habit? Whether, I'm assuming it's game collecting or hardware collecting, as in my case or Steve's case. I'm going to try and straighten the camera a little bit there. If you could see how I had the camera attached, you would laugh. Or game playing, as we all do, I'm sure, even if you are primarily a collector. And for me, it's easy because I have been with the same woman, my wife now, since I was 16. She was 15. We moved in together when I was 19. We got married when I was 21, and we've been together ever since. So she has been there for most of my gaming career, so to speak. It started off, she was kind of in denial that there was a problem, and eventually it became recognition. Then there was a little bit of anger, and finally acceptance, which is where we're at now. It wasn't that hard at the beginning because we were still living at home. We were kids. And then even after we moved in together, we worked opposite schedules. So I was able to play while she was at work, and then she would come home and I would be at work. And we only saw one another on weekends or evenings or when one of us was off. So that wasn't that big a deal. Later on, after we had kids, and then we eventually had the same shift, it became a little more problematic, but I've tried to keep my game playing anyway relegated to the evenings after my wife and kids have gone to bed. So they don't really see a lot of it. Early on, her biggest complaint was that playing video games took me away from doing my fair share around the house, but you guys out there know how women view fair share of work. Any work that you do on a regular basis, whether it's taking care of the yard outside or working on the cars, repairing the house, any of those things, none of that counts. Doesn't matter how much time you spend doing it. What counts is anything inside. So you have to do at least 50% of the laundry and the cleaning and making dinner and all of that stuff. Now, they don't have to do 50% of car repairs, but you damn well better do 50% of the dishwashing. It's just the way things are. So, anyway, where was I? When we were younger and we had first moved in together, her biggest complaint was that I didn't do enough around, well, the apartment back then. I can't really say much because there wasn't a whole lot of stuff going on in the yard there. But as I got older, it's really not a problem. She's not upset with my collection as long as it is relegated to my game room, which in my case is the basement. A very dry, well-maintained basement, I might add, although it is a disaster area at the moment because I started rearranging and never finished. So, I don't know, I think I answered the question too quickly there, which is a good thing because it's probably loud as hell in this car. And I got turned around back there, and so now I'm not even sure where I'm driving anymore. Now, I will get into a little bit her opinions of video games, or her feelings towards them, because they change depending on who she's talking about. With me, she'll occasionally say that I'm addicted to video games, or addicted to a particular video game. With my son, she believes that video games are the root of all evil. Everything he does wrong has something, oh, the road's closed. Damn it. Everything my son does wrong is caused by his playing or not playing video games. If he is moody and he talks back to her, it's because he plays video games too much. If he's not allowed to play video games, if one of us is punishing him for some reason, and then he's moody and talks back, it's because he's angry because we're not letting him play video games. So no matter what the poor kid does, it's always blamed on video games. I guess that's just what modern parents do, apparently. The really interesting thing to me is she'll say that I'm addicted to him. She'll say that all of his problems... I'm turning around in a cemetery. She'll say that all of his problems come from video games, but she plays more video games than the two of us combined. Between Flash games online, Facebook Flash games, The Sims, or the odd occasion where she will play games with myself or my son, she definitely plays at least as much video games as both of us combined. But you know how it is. I refer back to my comments about things not always being equal between the sexes in a relationship. I think that's all I gotta say. I think we'll leave it right there. Sorry it took me so long to get around to this, Steve. I just never had the time. But I definitely wanted to respond to it. I hope it made sense, because I can't remember what the hell I've been talking about all this time while driving. Because of detours and getting lost and stuff like that. So, due response to Steve Benway's last Friday Walkie. See you later. I gotta wait until I stop to turn the camera off, because it's literally attached via rubber band to my visor. That is how I recorded my response. That is my phone held to the visor in my car via rubber bands. I'll have to do more videos this way.